Hi, I'm Jennie Brewis, and I'm a musician and a cultural producer and a choir leader in the Northeast, based in Newcastle. So the commission came about. I was commissioned to write a song for Hexham, and my thoughts behind that were that I really wanted to incorporate not just the voices and the stories of the people of Hexham, but also the sounds of Hexham as well. So I had a chat with Katie Taylor, the artistic director, about maybe the opportunity of actually doing some workshops with professional found sound artists and doing some family friendly workshops, going into school, doing little pop-ups in the pub and so on. So we commissioned some found sound artists who delivered those projects and which I produced as part of bringing together the material that would be the song for Hexham. So I worked with some fantastic artists. We did some family friendly workshops with Rob Mackay, Julie Bartley, and also David de la Haye, who did amazing workshops with these families with young children, and we recorded the sounds of trees and the sounds of underwater and all of the sounds in the park, the buildings, and so on. So that was a brilliant day, and informed a lot of the sort of sounds and textures that kind of helped to form the song. We also, I worked with Gary Bowden, and we did a little sort of guerrilla pop-up gig in the Coach and Horses where we kind of ambushed people and tried to get them to tell us a story about Hexham. And Gary also does some work already with Chrysalis Club, which is a dementia-friendly service in Hexham. So he also interviewed the participants there, and actually a lot of their stories and their voices became part of the song. So that was a really lovely moment for us to kind of um, use those stories and reminiscences of those participants. And myself and Rowan Lees also went into a primary school, um, and we wrote a song with the young people, and he did some little found sound recordings with them as well. So that all became part of the tapestry, if you like, of how the song formed using the sounds and the little stories. So it's got the voices of the young people on there. It's got the voices of Chrysalis Club, people in the pub, and those environmental sounds as well. Um, I feel incredibly proud to have been part of it, really. It was just an opportunity for me to kind of, I'd had this idea of like, oh, I would want to use the sounds of Hexham, not just normally when I'm writing a song, it would be, you know, as you would expect, I would just be in a room with people. We would be kind of sharing stories, and I would help them sort of write the words and music. But it felt like I wanted to produce something that was much bigger than that. So it was just a great opportunity for me to say, who can I work with? So we put call out for found sound artists, and it meant that I got to meet all of these amazing artists and collaborate with them. So that was fabulous to be able to do that, as well as collaborate with all of the people from Hexham as well. So Lily is fantastic. I knew that she was going to produce something absolutely beautiful for this. She is brilliant. We worked really well together. We were in touch a lot. Um, she came around and sat in my kitchen quite a few times, and we had a nice herbal cup of tea, and sort of talked about what the piece would look like. She showed me sketches, and we discussed things in a lot of depth. And she did some fantastic work, and just really, listened to the piece and listened to what was happening, and we kind of together decided like how um we just wanted to incorporate all of those bits of Hexham. When you think of Hexham, you think of some of those landmarks and all of those
Mhm.
beautiful things that ended up being in the piece. So. So I have a website which could be updated. Um, I do have a website, but probably one of the easiest ways of keeping up with what I'm doing is to check out. I'm in a band with 4 other amazing women, and we're called the Cornshed Sisters, and we have, an online on all of the different platforms, so you can follow what we're doing on there. They're all doing amazing things as well. Um, so yeah, on there really, and I have stuff on my website as well.